Was popping, was popping, was popping. Y'all already know who this is. Y'all already know who this is. Me and Boxing News on this motherfucker today. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Y'all see the picture, right? Um, those are the four kings in the lightweight division. They used to have five, right? They had Ryan up there at one point in time. But we all know that Ryan no longer belongs on there after he was knocked off last week by Gervonta Davis. Um, yeah, that was a very big fight last week, and Gervonta Davis did make a statement. Another statement needs to be made the weekend of May 20th. Another statement needs to be made. Um, Two of the best fighters in the lightweight division, right? Lomochenko and Haney will go toe to toe, and to cement their legacy, man. Um, I got to give it to Devin Haney. He stepped up. He stepped up to the plate, and he's fighting the best. You know, he's fighting the best. Um, there's been a lot of controversy about, who's the face of boxing right now. And the face of boxing, meaning the person who was the cash cow, putting asses in seats, the person who's taking upon the challenges. Now, remember, you got to be the one that's taking upon the challenges of all the big fights, right? And most fans are torn between Canelo Alvarez and Gervonta Davis. If I had to choose between the two of those guys, I would choose Gervonta Davis, because I think Gervonta Davis is taking upon the bigger challenges. He's the one right now that's daring to be great. Like I said, he fought Ryan Garcia last. He fought Hector Garcia prior to that. He's been the more active fighter. Although Canelo was active the year prior. I'm talking about right now. Canelo may have been then. He's no longer now. Gervonta Davis, man, Tank Davis has really stepped to the plate, and I think he has a lot more to show. It just depends on who his next fight is. Another dilemma is, who should his next fight be? Should it be a soft touch? Should it be another champion? Like, who should it be? I would say this: he just beat two undefeated fighters back to back. If Gervonta Davis was to take a soft touch next, fans shouldn't say nothing. Fans should just accept it. Okay, we can't expect someone to take hard touches back to back to back to back, especially when it's going to be a third fight in 1 year. We got to respect that, man. Don't ask somebody to do something that we know where we couldn't do, something that we know where we wouldn't do. But we all have to understand also, Shakur Stevenson is lurking. He's there. He's the next best thing in the lightweight division. I would say after Devin Haney, after Tank Davis, and after Lomochenko. Now, Lomochenko may get knocked off. If Lomochenko gets knocked off on May 20th, he'll be out of the equation, or be at the bottom of the equation. Okay? But we have to wait and see, right? We all expecting for this and expecting for that, but in boxing, you never know, man. Especially with the judges. You never know. But it's gonna be quite interesting to figure out to see what they're gonna do and how they're gonna do it. Though I'm gonna be honest with you, quite frankly. I'm hoping Devin Haney does not have to depend on the judges. I'm hoping somehow, some way that this fight doesn't go 12. And if it does go 12, it goes 12 to where it's just openly, decisively that yes, Devin Haney beat the crap out of him, and no way, no how the judges could cheat him out. That's my biggest thing, But as far as Tank, it looked like they're trying to run back one of his previous fights, make an easy bag. But sometimes those easy bags, you never know what may come out of that. Because remember, you fought the fighter before, so that fighter know how you fight. So don't make a easy bag. Don't make that shit one of the biggest, loss of your career. I mean, be careful. Be careful. An easy bag becomes the biggest upset. Shit, be careful now. It happens. Shakur Stevenson, I think, like I said, he got to still work his way up. Once he work his way up, and these guys ahead of him keep fighting, then he can call them out, and he should be afforded that opportunity. But another big thing in boxing, man, is Ryan Garcia firing Joe Goosen. Should he have fired Joe Goosen? Is he right? Is he wrong? What should he have done? If it had to be my opinion, I say he should have fired Joe Goosen. He should have fired Golden Boy. He should have fired his whole team. One, for your wins, everybody's there. When you took your first loss, nobody was there for you. Promotion, coach, nobody. That shit didn't look good, and I know it didn't feel good. So I'll say, and then I'm hearing your coach said that you had your own game plan. That shit doesn't work like that, bro. That shit don't work like that, Ryan. Ryan is not disciplined enough. Okay? Ryan's not disciplined enough. Ryan needs to go back to the drawing board and find a coach that's gonna be the one to tell him what to do, not him telling the coach what to do, regardless of money, regardless of fame, regardless of whatever he got going on. Bottom line, back to the drawing board, Ryan, and remember now you're going to 140. 140, with a 140, boy. Super lightweight is full of those, the boys over there ain't nothing nice, bro. The Regis Prograis, Josh Taylors, them boys ain't nothing nice over there. Jose Ramirez, hope he know what he's doing. So it's not going to get any easier, is what I'm trying to say. So make sure he gets a coach that's going to really help him out, because he's going to have a bigger challenge in the 140-pound division. Yes, sir. But the lightweight is lit. May 20th, man. The winner between Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomochenko will be the reign supreme of 135 division. That'll be the best of the 135 division. They'll have all the marbles. They'll rank Vasyl Lomochenko number one forever and a day. Now that he's fighting Devin Haney, number one, no more Haney, number two, no more. I don't want to hear that. So at the end of the day, like I said, if Devin Haney comes out victorious, Devin Haney be number one. He'd be the creme de la creme of the lightweight division. There'll be nothing else left for him to prove in the 135 division unless he fights Tank Davis. And if that goes down, the next best thing in the 135 division after Tank Davis will probably be Shakur. By that time, I think Shakur will be right there lingering. you know. But they say Devin Haney is outgrown the division, so Tank or Shakur might have to catch him at 140, But he would have to release those belts, and right now the way it's going, it'll be a crash course for Tank and Shakur for those belts. It'll definitely be a crash course because I don't see Devin Haney staying at 135. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's why when you look at the picture, you see Tank and Shakur facing one another or going towards one another because I think that's gonna be a crash course for those two to fight one another. I think Devin Haney's gonna eventually move up. He's not gonna take one of those fights at 135. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening, you know. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see because in boxing you never know. But if he stays in the division, he's gonna have to take that fight. Period. You can't run from it. You know, four kings are in this picture. All of them got to fight each other eventually. I mean, and when I say eventually, within the next year and a half, we ain't trying to wait, 3 to 4, 5 years for this here. And we know Lomochenko is 34, 35, so he's pretty much aged out. So when it comes to him, if he loses this fight, he's gonna be out of the equation because I don't foresee if anyone beats him at that age, them getting any type of credit for it. Or they're gonna say, "Oh, he was aged out," and all the other bullshit excuses, which we're gonna probably hear if and when Devin defeats him. But I mean, lightweight division right now is lit. The four kings right here, man. I just gotta see. I gotta see all of it, and it starts May 20th, bro. We already had, Javante already knocked off one of them. Now let's see if Devin could do his job and knock off Lomo. And once you lock off Lomo, we'll have three kings. And the three kings, they're gonna have to settle the beef. Well, not the beef, but they're gonna have to fight for supremacy. Period. And see who reigns as supreme. That's at the end of the day what we're trying to see, the best of the best. So, I mean, lightweight division is doing its thing, and I'm glad for it. I'm glad for it. So let's see what David do on May 20th, and in the fashion that he does it in, and then I think then we could really talk about. We had the whole conversation about the 135 division. I think then we can say we can put everything in perspective then, right? For his number, just like put them all on a scale of number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. But right now, we will have to see Tank Davis face of boxing. I think most people are agreeing with that, man. He's putting asses in seats. He's exciting, man. I think everybody wants to see knockouts. I think the excitement is what's drawing people. That's the main thing about boxing. Like even with Mike Tyson, he was a phase. It's the excitement of his outbursts, the excitement of him just knocking you out. That was the draw. And Tank is bringing that same energy. Shakur Stevenson at 135, he's doing his thing too. And like I said, I think he's an exciting fighter. And I think that his power did translate up. So he's not only a hell of a boxer, I think that he has the potential to knock out a fighter also. So he makes fights very exciting. So, like I said, May 20th, man, everybody got supported. Give Devin Haney and Lomochenko the same energy we gave Javante and Ryan Garcia. Let's give them the same energy, and let's see what happens then. In the meantime, I'm just trying to see who Ryan is going to choose as the coach. But Ryan can't blame everything on the coach. He got to accept some type of responsibilities of not being disciplined and not doing what he was supposed to do for the biggest fight of his career. You know, he was supposed to be the one that should have took the bull by his horn. You know, we already heard what Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso camp said about Ryan Garcia. So we didn't know if that type of activity translated into his new camp with his new coach, but I'm sure it did. As you can see the results, and as you can see how he just fired the coach. That was your third fight with this coach. You won 2, you only lost 1. So every time you lose, you're gonna fire the coach. Come on, man, get it together. You know, again, loyalty, bro. You got to find a coach you can be loyal to, and you can win with, and also lose with. And right now, Ryan Garcia, man, I don't foresee it. He's going to have to figure out what he's trying to do, how he's trying to do it. Because right now, he goes into the lightweight division confused like that. And not being under the same coach's tutelage for a little bit, 140 going to be rough for him. He probably suffer early in another loss at the 140 because it's going to take you about 3 or 4, at least 3 or 4 fights to get used to that coach. At least 2 minimum, to see, to start seeing some changes with the second coach, with the next coach. So we're gonna have to see. But it's totally up to him. Again, 4 Kings right here. Fight that needs to happen is it's gonna happen this weekend. It's gonna happen on May 20th. Can't wait for it. Battle of Supremacy. And then I'm thinking that Devin Haney is going to move up. And then once Devin Haney moves up, the fight that's going to be the next big thing is going to be Shakur and Javante fight. That's going to be the next biggest mega fight. Watch what I tell you. Because Tank ain't going nowhere at 135, and Shakur is there. So those 2 guys are on a crash course, and me and Boxing News is here to check it out and to see. But it's gonna be a great and exciting fight, and I can't wait. I'm just hoping all this stuff happens in a timely manner, and we don't have to wait years to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, it's been a good time just chopping it up, little boxing. May 20th, support Devin Haney versus Lomochenko, the best of the lightweight division. And hopefully somewhere down the line, we see Tank and Shakur, on a crash course, and they do their thing. And hopefully Ryan Garcia finds him a coach that's going to tell him what to do, not him telling the coach what to do. Regardless of money and fame, the coach is your coach, and he should be able to coach you. If he cannot coach you, you need to go ahead and just let it go, baby. Let it go. You will continue to get beat. And that being said, y'all already know who this is. Yes, sir.